Welcome back to another banger. It's your boy Luku Jiha here, and we're back with another video. And it's part two, and this is my 61 subscriber special. So let me just say, basically, we left off at Ida basically giving it off a glare to Deku. So then, uh, Deku just walks off, and he accidentally bumps into someone, and that is Momo. This is the ship because most people literally spammed my notifications, spammed the comments saying Momo X Deku. I was like, fine, like, please stop texting me so much. So I'm gonna make this like Momo X Deku. But there was one person that asked me to make an OC, which I technically did. There's Utsuma, the bastard. um, so basically, what happens is that Deku walks away and he bumps into someone. This is Momo, and Momo says sorry, and Deku looks at her confused, thinking that all girls would act different towards him. So basically, he says, "Nah, it's my bad. Gotta go." So he just leaves and basically saying sorry, just in case if she has a double side, like acting good on the outside but actually cursing him out on the inside. So he leaves with Eri, and Momo notices this, so she follows him, and Deku notices this, and so basically then basically teleports behind Momo. Well, to her it seems like he teleported, but to Deku he just ran. So basically, um next step, what happens is that Momo says, "What did you do? How did you get behind me? I thought boys didn't have quirks." And Deku says, "You were following me, so I needed to know why." And then she explains why. Basically, she was confused as to why he had Eri with him, and he looks so young and kind of blushing. So she explains that kind of with a light blush, and yeah, okay. So then basically next, what happens is that Deku says, "Fine, I'll explain." So basically, he explains. Basically, if you watch the first part, you would understand. So please go watch it, and let's get back to the story. So basically, Deku basically explains why Aries with him, but he doesn't explain that how he saved her. So Mom was kind of confused. Like she thought that boys couldn't have quirks, but then again she saw a boy teleport and say that he saved the girl. So so basically Deku is saying, is that if that's all, well, I'm out. And then Momo says, "Do you have anywhere to stay?" And he says, "No, not really. I'm just gonna take this girl to my." He doesn't say my world, but like he's thinking that. So then Momo says, "You can stay at my place if you want. I don't live with any parents. I'm gonna make her I'm gonna say that her parents don't really care about her that much. I mean, like, although she is a girl and has a quirk, I'm gonna say that her two moms are too busy working since the Yajiros. I said two moms, because the Ayurosu family wants pride, and basically got one pregnant, and basically came out with the Yayorosu, Mama Yayorosu. So basically, next what happens is that he goes to the place, and he sees that it's pretty big, but not as big as, well, his house. So he says, this is a pretty big area, if you ask me. And she says, well, yeah. So, and she explains that her family is one of the richest families in Japan. So he says, wait, what, really? And I can stay here free of charge without doing anything. I mean, we got an extra house that no one really goes to. You can stay in that one. And that's basically what she says, and he says okay. He obliges, and he brings Harry with him. And so he goes to the other house, and I'm gonna say that Momo was just starting. It was gonna go to the entrance exam, and if she did, since that house was closer, um she would move into that house. So basically, next what happens is that that th- that that Momo gets in by recommendation, as always, but I'm gonna say that they allowed boys to get in, because I'm gonna say that All Might is still, like, All Might is a girl, but but the quirk can still be passed on to a boy. So basically, what happens is that Deku basically moves in. He doesn't have anything from Earth, and if he brings anything from his planet, it'll basically be kind of weird, because since no one uses it. So basically, he has to he just starts with the clothes off of his back. You know, these clothes, and and basically, next what happens is that what happens is that Deku basically moves in, gets settled in, and he's interested a little bit in the entrance exam. So he goes, since he knows that boys are allowed, but everyone's kind of shocked that a boy is coming, and they're just whispering, and Deku doesn't really say anything. And Katsuki, or Kachan, as Deku likes to say it, slash Bakugo, and that's a girl. Um, Basically, Bakugo is basically going to the entrance exam. She sees a boy going in, and she's kind of shocked, but she just thinks that some lowly boy can't get in. Some lowly boy can't get in. So basically, next what happens is that they explain everything, and Ida is also there, and she see I forgot that, like, like all people with a quirk has been gender bended. So basically, Deku is basically like um is basically just sitting there, and Ida does the thing again, where I gotta remind myself that she has to say that if there are obviously four robots, not three. If this is a mistake on Yui's behalf, then I will be highly disappointed. And President Mike, well, oh, she is, and she's about to say something when Ida turns around and says, "You boy, if you think this is some sort of joke, I advise you to leave right now. You male." And then Deku just stands up, saying, just standing up with pride, saying, "If I were to go, and if it was because of you, you wouldn't be a good hero because you can only crush people's dreams. And isn't a hero supposed to give hope to everyone else? And I don't see you doing that. So sit down." And plus, they were about to explain that stupid. Minus the stupid part, I just want to add that in because I really dislike Ida. So basically, next step, what happens is that the practical exam happens, and I'm gonna say Deku doesn't really care about anyone, so he's not gonna walk up to Uraraka. But then Ida still taps Deku's shoulder and says, "You, how dare you disrespect me, you damn male." And basically, Deku says, "Huh? Oh, were you talking to me?" And basically, backhand slaps her. Basically, backhand slaps Ida. Yeah, this ain't no way. So basically, the doors open and Deku basically runs in, and Ida is still looking. I mean, like this backhand slap was powerful, and she was like looking at Deku like, "What?" Then the doors open and she's still looking at Deku. Book it, and she notices that Deku's faster than her. So that's kind of a shock. And then she's like, "Wait, a boy has a quirk?" And then everyone just says, "A boy has a quirk?" And then Deku basically just flies up to all the robots that he needs to pass, and he basically destroys them easily. Just taps them once, destroyed. He's yawning while doing all of this. He's even like taking a small nap while doing this. And then he leaves enough robots for like enough people to get in. So basically, then Deku, then basically Deku, then the zero pointer comes out, and I'm gonna say that that has that Hiroka's instinct, but it's like almost gone. It's gonna be gone after this. So basically, Deku sees the zero pointer, and Naraka yells for help from anyone but a male. So like Deku is pretty much pissed off. So he has to show them that he's more powerful than they think, and boys can be more powerful than they think. So basically, Deku goes flying up to the robot, right? He goes flying up to the robot, and then he just says Hokai, and the robots basically destroyed the zero pointer. And then he goes down and smacks Uraka in the face, saying, "Except for a boy, huh? Did you think I couldn't save you? Quit underestimating boys." So basically, Uraka is kind of pissed off at this dude, but she still has to say thank you because it's the respectful thing to do to your savior. to say to you, Savior, that just saved you. So basically, then um, then Deku goes back and says, "Well, hey Momo," and she says, "Yeah, what do you want?" And he said, and then he says, "I've made it into UA. There's no doubt about it." And then she is kind of like surprised, but like she says she's proud of him. So and I'm gonna say this, that Momo doesn't hate any males. If you couldn't tell, so yeah, pretty much. And then so basically then Deku says then Deku says, "Well, where's Eri, Momo?" And then she says, "Well, she's up in the room. She's she's playing with the toys." Then he goes up and he says, "Eri, I'm home." You know, like a father figure he is to Eri. So basically, Eri basically jumps up saying, "Papa, Papa," like usual. Eri, pretty cute, you know. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And then Deku basically hugs her and says, "Well, do you want me to play with you?" Since he has nothing else to do, and his base and he already destroyed some things, so he did sort of his job. And I'm gonna say during the night he like goes to his planet, and then is during now is during the night, and he has to go back to his planet to plan on what planets he should destroy next, since he's basically the god of destruction technically. So he goes back up and sees that his planet is going under attack. And I'm gonna say this is Frieza trying to like trying to destroy, or basically become the strongest thing in the universe. Basically, Frieza trying to be the strongest, trying to destroy the God of Destruction's planet and destroy him along with it. So he sees this and he just goes up to Frieza and he says, "Hakai," destroying Frieza. And um well, that's starting over with. So I'm gonna say that Deku basically goes back. So I'm gonna say that Deku basically is there, and he has basically he destroys a random planet that's not important. And I'm gonna say on that planet was some goblins that really disrespected Deku, so he destroyed them. So that's it, and he goes back to Earth saying, I'm done. I'm out. I'm done. My job is done here. I'm going back." And then he makes it back, and I must say that only a night passed, and they were kind of worried on where he was, but Momo just assured Eri to go back to sleep. And then Deku just comes back in the morning, and Momo's like, "Where were you? They're not a couple yet. Where were you? I was so scared." And Deku basically says, "You do not cease to amaze me. I was out running some errands. Basically, I was doing my job." And I'm gonna say he trusts her enough to tell her his big secret, and she says, "What's your job? I don't think a lot of boys have jobs, so what is it?" And, and she's basically thinking of like what porn stars or like maybe some sort of night male stripper or something. And Deku basically says, "I am the destroyer of planets." And basically, Momo starts laughing, busting out laughing, and Deku says, "You know, 2506. Look on the news. That's just a random number. I have no idea if there's actually a planet called 2506 or something." And then she turns on the news and sees that 2506 was just destroyed when right before they were gonna scavenge for any life forms on it. And then Momo says, "You did that. You actually did. What kind of job is this?" "A god's job," Deku says. And then a week passes, and basically Deku's playing with Eri and helping out Momo with some things that she doesn't understand because she's still processing this. Then they both get their acceptance letters. So and this is where I'm gonna leave it off here, guys. Thank you all for watching this part, and this is Lukuji Ha out.